guys at? Where you at? WB5DRI K4YDB.
K4YDB, WB5DRI. Good morning, Charlie.
Morning, Brian. I was looking for you guys. I forgot you guys were coming down here, so just want to make sure I was in the right spots. K4YDB.
Okay, Charlie. There's a POTA station on there. I'm not sure if he can hear us or not.
Oh, really?
I hope perhaps he can move.
WB5DRI, W5OG. Good morning, Brian. I turned the antenna around both to the northeast and back to the west. I'm not hearing him. Is he on 293 here, you think? Yeah, I doubled with Cliff. I'm sorry. Brian, are you copying me, W5OG? I guess not. Anyway, I'll be standing by for the net. I don't hear that POTA station here. W5OG.
Not sure why that. Don't know what it's doing.
Good signal into Boise, Frank. Good morning. K1DOB. San Antonio. And yeah, you're a quite readable S2 to S3 here, Frank. Good morning to you. K1DOB.
Good.
Well, good morning. This is Whiskey Bravo 5, Delta Romeo India. We'll be net control this morning for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. I want to welcome everybody to the net. We will be starting up in about 3 minutes, WB5DRI.
This is W5OG. You're about as weak as I've ever heard you on the Utah SDR, Brian. Only about an S4 or 5. That's amazing. W5OG.
Radio check, WB5DRI.
That's a bit better. You're up to an S6.
Fine, I'm hearing you, but I'm barefoot right now, but I do hear you, neighbor.
KB0LTT mobile.
Yeah, W5DRI, K1DOB sketching Boise, right about the same distance. About an S3, S4, but copyable, K1DOB.
KB0LTT, W5PIX. Where are you at today, Larry?
Yeah, good morning, Cliff. Hold on, let me adjust this.
Hello, test. This is WB5DRI. Is
I'm
anybody
currently in
copying me?
Davenport, Iowa. I'm going to be
WB5DRI.
just one and done. I'm loading up a wheel loader here at Davenport. So, good morning to all the flyers, but check me in and out.
I got you good 5-9 down here, Cliff.
WB5DRI N5B. You're making it into Utah fine, Brian.
This is WB5DRI. I've got no SDRs this morning. Let me start my computer up again. Dale, could you set up for me here on 293 W5OG, WB5DRI, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be glad to, Brian. You want me to go ahead and read the preamble? Is that, you want me to, yeah, hold on just a second. I can do that. W5OG. Let me dig it out here. Yeah, W5OG, I'll be starting up the Air Force's Flyers Club Net this morning, and we meet normally on 290. Anyway, this is W5OG. Brian, WB5DRI will be net control, but I'm going to go ahead and start the net up for him since he's having computer problems and unable to get the SDR to work. This group meets on this frequency at this time every day of the year. Members are active duty, retired, and veterans of the military air forces from all branches. I said we meet on this frequency. Normally we meet on 14290. We're meeting on 293 because it's simultaneous with our net. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Brian. We got. I'm doing it now, so I'll start the net for you. Go ahead and get your computer restarted. W5OG. All right. Continuing on. Let's see. Where did members of our group include air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, and support personnel. Pretty much anyone involved with the aviation mission from all of our armed forces. We also like to welcome visitors to join us on the net. Purpose of our group is to promote fellowship between those of us radio amateurs who spend a portion of our lives supporting the aviation missions of all of our armed forces. This is a control net, contact net control. Please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in. We have a nice website. You can find out all about us. The address is airforcesflyersclub.org. I'll say that again, Air Forces, plural, Flyers, plural, club.org. The way we run the net is that we've got a list established by Lee on NetLogger. We'll use that list fundamentally, and that way we can trade back and forth whoever is in net control here. I can pass it back to Brian as soon as he can hear somebody on the Utah SDR, hopefully, or on some SDR. And I'll read the list that's on there now. Top of the list, we have KB0LTT Mobile, and he's in Iowa, I think I heard him say. Good morning to you, if you're hearing me there, Larry. And our net logger in 5BE, and then myself, and then Jim, W6WAY. Oh, and myself is W5OG, by the way. So I think I neglected to mention that. And then Jim and Corona, W6WAY. And Commander Bob, K1BOB. And then we've got Uncle Cliff, I think he's at home this morning, W5PIX. And Charlie, K4YDB, and Charlie is doing the live stream for us this morning. Had a big signal earlier there, Charlie. I did hear you. And he's also got the question of the day running on his live stream there. And go to YouTube and search for Kilo 4 Yankee Delta Bravo. Then we've got KS5KY, Chris in Bowling Green. Good morning, Chris. Glad that you could join us this morning, that you're not having to work on the weekend. And let's see, KK7U. And do a cough break there. Excuse me. KK7UNA, Ed in Green Valley, good morning. And Ray, WB2JJO. We've got the Ops Officer, Sparky, KF7GJO in Sparks, Nevada. Good morning, Carl. And Frank N4GYY. And Mike, KQ6E. I heard Justin come up on the Echo link, and then he went away. But KB7LAK, good morning to you there, Justin in Ogden. And he is receive only. And also receive only is K2SJP and Norm N9KJN. That's the list as I have it so far. Let me take a quick standby for additional check-ins. Anyone else who would like to join us here on the special edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club Net because of the ARRL Field Day message that they transmit on 290, we're conducting the net on 293 here this morning to keep them a clear frequency. Anybody else wants to join us this morning, call now, W5OG.
November 7, Uniform Romeo Hotel.
November 7, Uniform Bravo, do I have that correct?
Uniform Romeo Hotel, QSL.
Okay, there's a couple of you in there. The November 7, Uniform Romeo Hotel, do I have that correct? November 7, Uniform Romeo Hotel. Your name and QTH, over.
The hell, here's Mike. I'm in Seattle. I'm the former computer technician, so I figured I'd jump in here when I heard you standing by for the net, and I thought that was really that's kind of cool. So, yeah, I'm here out doing the Seattle Field Day. I think it's Seattle Radio Place. We're up here with a handful of clubs doing all that good stuff.
Okay, so you're not going to stay with us for the net there, Mike, over?
Oh, yeah, I'll listen in here, yeah. I just call me. I've not heard this yet before.
Okay, mighty fine. Well, we're glad to have you, and I'm glad that you found us, because if you're ex-Air Force, you are certainly eligible to become a member. Check out the website, airforcesflyersclub.org. And good luck with you today from Seattle there with the field day. Who was the other station calling? There was one other station that was checking into the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Call now, W5OG. Whiskey 6 Zulu Papa. Your name and location, over. Another field day station. All right, Whiskey 6 Zulu Papa, Keith. We've got you. You're going to stay with us for the net there, Keith, over. Were you associated with aviation in some way? Yeah. Truck mechanic. Well, we certainly do thank you for your service there, Keith. And you're certainly welcome to participate in the net any time, but we do, membership is, you're required to have at least some experience with aviation. But truck drivers are important, and certainly truck mechanics, as many of us will attest, so we're glad to have you join us. All right, let's see, let me check on Brian. WB5DRI, you got the SDR up yet, Brian, over?
Yeah, roger that, Dale. W5OG, WB5DRI, sure do.
Okay, well, go ahead. I'll transfer lead over to you. You got the command. You got the helm there. WB5DRI, take over as net control. W5OG standing by.
Kilo 6, Romeo Delta Juliet portable. Okay, let's go ahead and start up the net. Thank you very much, Dale, for picking up that for me. Okay, the questions, let's get to the questions for today. I'm sorry about the problem this morning. I had a problem with my computer. Well-laid plan. SDRs, so I had to do that. But I was having trouble with my computer at the same time, so I had to reboot. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Flyers Club Net. I think Dale has already got the preliminaries out of the way, and we've got a pretty good list here this morning. And welcome everybody to this field day edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. The questions of the day are courtesy of Lee Began, N5BE up in Arlington, and they're pretty good questions. So let me go ahead and give the questions. You'll see the questions also on K4YDB's live stream. Charlie out in Cartersville, Georgia. We want to thank him for that. But the questions are out there as well on his live stream. If you go to YouTube and type in his call sign, K4YDB, the live stream of the net will come up. But the first question is, the C-110 was a military designation for a short-lived commercial aircraft. Its production run was very short, as the need for military aircraft essentially killed the program in 1942. Can you name the commercial variant of this military aircraft, the military aircraft being the C-110? And the possible answers are Alpha, the Lockheed 149 Lodestar, Alpha, the Lockheed 149 Lodestar, Bravo, the Sikorsky S-38, Bravo, the Sikorsky S-38, Charlie, the Boeing 249, Charlie, the Boeing 249, and Delta, the Douglas DC-5, Delta, the Douglas DC-5. And the bonus question is, which airline operated 5 of these aircraft in the early days of World War II? Which airline actually operated 5 of these aircraft in the early days of the Second World War? The possible answers are Alpha, Pan Am, Bravo, British European Airways, Bravo, British European Airways, Charlie, National Airlines, Charlie, National Airlines, or Delta, KLM, Delta, KLM. Okay, does anybody need any repeats of the questions here? And also, these answers are a matched pair, so if you get the second question correct, you'll have the first question correct, and vice versa. In other words, Alpha, Alpha, Bravo, Bravo, and so forth. So, does anybody need a repeat? This is WB5DRI. Please call now. Okay, who's the check-in? Go ahead, check in, WB5DRI. Very good, Alan. Good morning to you. Good to have you in there with us this morning, Alan. We'll put you right at the top here, W5ANY. Alan here in San Antonio, my neighbor just to the south of me here. Good to have you with us there, Alan. Break. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start. Alan, why don't you go ahead and take your turn? We'll get you in because I know you have to be a short timer pretty much all the time. What's happening with you and Karen this morning? You're up, sir. W5ANY, WB5DRI. Okay, Alan, very good. We got your answers there as Alpha Alpha, and sure glad to hear that you're doing better there, Alan, and glad you got your signal generator working again. And have a great day there. And it is a beautiful day here in San Antonio, no doubt about it. 73 is to you, sir. We'll break with you, Alan, and let's go to our mobile station, or one of them this morning, KV0LTT mobile. Larry, you're up for the net. Good morning. Where are you traversing today? WB5DRI.
KV0LTT mobile, you're up, Larry. I don't hear him now. I heard him before, Brian.
Okay, real fine, Dale. Thank you for that. Yeah, he must be busy with something. We'll try to come back to him. I'm gonna I'm gonna jumble the list here a little bit since we had some visitors this morning. I'm gonna try to get some of those folks in before they leave here. First one that I heard, that I have on my list here anyway, is Whiskey Yankee 7 Sierra Bravo, WY7 SB, Sean in Wyoming. You're up for our net, Sean. What do you have for our net? WB5DRI. Is he talking, Dale?
I don't hear him here. Let me try. WY7 SB. Whiskey Yankee 7 Sierra Bravo, W5OG for net control. You're up, Sean. I don't hear anything here, Brian. Back to net, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, thank you. Let's try another one of the visitors, Mike up in Washington. November 7, Uniform Romeo Hotel. Good morning and welcome to the Flyers Net. You're up, sir. What do you have for our net this morning, Mike? WB5DRI.
N7 URH, you're up, Mike, for the net, W5OG relay. Yeah, I don't hear him, Brian. He had a good signal before.
Okay, well, thank you, Dale. Let's try another one. Let's try Keith out there. I'm not sure if he's in, I guess he's in El Segundo, California. Whiskey 6, Zulu Papa. Keith, what do you have for our net this morning? Good morning, WB5DRI. Okay, Keith, I think you turned it there. Very good to have you with us this morning, Keith, and thank you for your service. And we got you down for Bravo, and enjoy the field day there today. I'm going to be doing that myself this afternoon with our radio club. We're starting up a little bit later in the day, about 1:30, to set up everything and get going. But anyway, good to have you with us, Keith, and thanks for joining us. Come back and check in with us whenever you can. We're on here every day, normally on 290, 14290 at 10 o'clock Central Time, but we moved up here because of the W1AW bulletin this morning for field day. So we'll break with Keith, and let's go to, looks like we're down to our N5BE, our net logger this morning. Lee, thanks for all you do, and thanks for the questions. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI N5B. Boy, that noise has really come up on the SDRs, Brian. But you're making it through just fine. So good to hear everybody this morning. On one of my aviation feeds this morning, I had a chuckle. Today is the anniversary of the first jet airmail. And I wanted to work this into a question, but I thought again because it's so obscure. So, so what do you think would be the first jet aircraft that moved some airmail? And when was it? The answer is it was in 1948. It was two U.S. Air Force P-80s. P-80s. And they moved mail from Schenectady, New York, which Bill was on, to Washington, D.C., and the other one went to Chicago. It was a stunt that was started by General Electric, whose headquarters at one time was in Schenectady. And they wanted to show that jet-powered aviation could move mail very fast. And it did. But how about that? P-80 airmail aircraft. Never would have guessed it. All right, that's it for me today, Brian. On today's question, it is a little obscure, but it is a fascinating part of our aviation history. So that's why it's in there. Thanks for doing the net today, Brian. It looks like we're going to get it done. It was getting crowded here for a while, but I think we're going to be okay. WB5DRI N5B.
Okay, Lee, N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, I'm copying you just fine on the SDRs this morning, Lee. Good to hear you. Thanks again for the questions, and very interesting about the P-80 and the airmail from Washington, D.C. to Chicago. I did not know that. This particular aircraft had two engines, and it sat about 22 people, I believe. Anyway, that's a clue for folks. But thank you for that, Lee, and good to hear you this morning. We'll break with N5BE. Let's go to my older brother Dale. And Dale, thank you so much for all your help this morning. We definitely couldn't have made it this morning without you under the circumstances that I was dealing with here. And love to you and Carolyn. Hope all is well up there in Mineola. You're up for the net, Dale. W5OG, WB5DRI.
Okay, Brian, mighty fine, and good morning to you, and again, good morning to everyone on the net this morning, and good luck to all of the field day folks that were just drifted by and checking out their stations. And I hope everybody has a good field day and stays cool somewhere or another. It's going to be warm today. Let's see, interesting question. I kind of had to eliminate a lot of the stuff just because of the airlines. I believe it's Delta. I'm going to go with Delta because KLM was one of the early airlines. I do know that. I don't know about the rest of those, that if they operated in the start of World War II or not. I don't think so. So anyway, I think it's the DC-5, whatever in the world that was, and so we'll go with that. Delta for me, Brian. And I'll be here to the bottom this morning, and looking forward to a nice, quiet Saturday. Maybe I can get some things done around here. We're staying home today, or pretty close at least, and we'll see what develops. I've got a couple of projects I got to take care of, and we'll see how the day transpires. So far, the conditions are not good. I'm about an S7, I guess, for the most, at the best out in Utah number 4. I was wondering if anybody's got SDR number 2 on, if it's performing better. Perhaps that eastward pointed periodic that's been degraded for some reason is not working well this morning. I don't know. I think it's conditions, but you're not very strong, and neither is Lee. So nobody's hitting the Utah SDR very well. I was thinking about maybe trying the Half Moon Bay, but I have not done that yet. So back to you, Brian, and I'm glad you got your computer issue worked out there. WB5DRI, W5OG.
WB. 6 or so with me, Jim. Not too bad, but you were a little off freak, as Bob said there. Over.
W6WAY, this W5OG, we're hearing you, Jim. Go ahead. You were a little bit low in frequency, about 250 cycles over.
There he is.
Yes, you're on frequency well with me, Jim. Good morning, W5OG, back to net.
Yeah, 94. Anyway, I think we're in the low to mid 70s right now. Anyway, good to hear you, Jim. Keep it moving here. Let's go to our commander up in Boise. Good morning to you, Bob, and big signal with me this morning. I think I had you at almost a 9. K1BOD, WB5DRI. Good morning, sir.
WB5DRI, K1DOB. Yeah, this signal here, Brian, about an S7, S8. Can't complain. I'm hearing everybody, just about, even Larry out there. Good question there. This is a little obscure, isn't it? I'm going to go with Royal Aviation Company, KLM. I want to ask Lee if he can pronounce that in Dutch. Let's see. It's one of the oldest airlines with the original name. I know that. And let's see. So I'm going to go with, Delta, double D's. I like double D's. So we'll go with that. And thanks for running the net. Good call, Brian. I'm getting in on this frequency. There's somebody a little above us, but I was able to knock him out. So he went bye-bye before he even started, I think. So Sorry about the bad luck on the computers. Yeah, that's helter-skelter time. You did the right thing and asked your brother to start the net. Good call. Anyway, this is K1BOB Idaho. Oh, in Paradise, it is 70. No humidity. K1BOB, back to WB5DRI.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB, WB5DRI. Well, I like those temperatures, Bob. I have to agree that those are ideal. I'd love to trade temperatures with you there if that were possible. It's too bad it isn't possible, of course. But anyway, sounds great. And we got your answers as double D's there, Bob. So let's go ahead and move on. We'll see how that comes out. Let's go to one of our itinerant truck drivers this morning, W5PIX, my friend Cliff, that's just to the north of San Antonio here in Bulverde. And I think he's home today, not mobile. So regards to Miss Bonnie there, Cliff. And you're up, sir. W5PIX, WB5DRI. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Brian, and I do hear you a little local. I do have SDR2, and I do have Charlie's live stream up, so I'm hearing you also from Georgia and also Utah SDR2. And I'm short time there, Brian. I've been out mowing the grass around here this morning, and I'm fixing to go out here and get on the tractor and go bush hogging out here in the pasture. With you, and you know, I don't always get to come in on time.
Okay, Cliff, very good. W5PIX, WB5DRI. Well, I copied all that well, Cliff, and have a good day out there mowing the grass, and try to stay hydrated there. Stay cool, because it's going to be warm here today. But we got your answers as Delta there, Cliff, so we'll see how that comes out. And thanks for joining us this morning. Have a great day. 73, sir. We'll break with you. Let's go to K4YDB. Charlie out there in Cartersville, Georgia with the live stream on YouTube. Thank you for that great live stream, Charlie. And you're up, sir. K4YDB, WB5DRI. Good morning.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Brian. Morning to all the flyers out there and all the visitors we may have. I hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now it is currently 80 degrees here. It's supposed to get up to 88 today, but the sun is out. Yesterday we sit there in the living room and just thunderstorm after thunderstorm after thunderstorm. It did this on and off for about 3 or 4 hours last night, and man, it was just getting really annoying. You could see them coming too, man, and they were loud. Some of them would shake the house, some of them didn't, but it was just not a lot of rain, but we did get a lot of lightning. It was interesting. As far as your question goes, I think I'm going to go with the double D's. There was something else I had for you. Oh yeah, I was working on this computer. I'm hoping everything is working the way it's supposed to. I can still see my audio thing is bouncing in the wrong spot. So I'll have to fix that. I kept getting these warning signs on it. It could be yellow bands coming across it. I got it all set up wrong. And when I had to set it all back up again, I had to completely reboot the computer, and and I put the wrong drivers in there. So I got the right drivers in there. I hope to see if I got that squared away. Anyway, so what's going on over here? Conditions over here. I am hearing just about everybody. Cliff was in there. He was quite strong when he first started, and then he faded down. And Brian, you're just fading in and out quite a bit, but I've had you through the whole net. Bob, I heard Bob between a 6 and a 7. So all in all, it's not that really bad here. Boy, I tell you what, I don't know what happened, but I lost everything in the thing. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Brian. WB5DRI K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, very good. We got you down for double D's, and I did hear K0ZNC, so we're going to go ahead and have Dale bring him in this morning since he's joined us here. Very good morning to you, Don, and hope
Okay, Don, K0ZNC, go ahead. I'll bring you in, W5OG.
Everyone. Good morning to all the flyers and our visitors that might be on the net with us. This is Don, K0ZNC in Lone, North Colorado. We've got a warm day really on our end here. Currently about 76 degrees. The high today is going to be about 94, about 94 degrees. So it's going to be a little, oh gosh. Thank you. I guess with regards to the question, Dale, I really didn't hear the question because I came on really late here, and Brian, I didn't hear the question. But I'm going to just follow along with, I think it's a limit line that sounds like, anyway, double D, Delta, put me down for that. I don't have a chance to ask, we'll be standing by and listening. It looks like I'll be here for the 70th round. I think my son's coming. But give me a shout anyway, just in case he didn't get here in time. Then I can go close out for the 73 with the rest of you. With that, we'll turn it back to you, Brian. WB5DRI being the W5OG, K0ZNC.
W5OG back to net.
Okay, Don, K0ZNC, WB5DRI, and thank you for the relay there, Dale, on Echo Link, and sure appreciate that. And good to hear you this morning, Don, and enjoy getting together with your son there later on, and we'll give you a call on the 73 round in case you're still here, Don. And we got you down for getting into the limbing line there with Delta. So let's keep it moving here. We'll break with you, and let's go to out to Green Valley, Arizona, and see if we can get Ed in here, KK7UNA. Good morning, Ed. You're up for the net, WB5DRI. Okay, Ed, KK7UNA. Well, good to hear you this morning, Ed, and I'm hearing you on the SDRs pretty well, and a little light on my radio here this morning, but the conditions comes out. We'll break with you, and let's go out to New Jersey, to Petersburg, New Jersey, to Whiskey Bravo 2, Juliet Oscar, Ray, WB2JJO. Good morning, Ray, WB5DRI.
It's working really well today, as usual. We have 81 degrees here, and it's
Okay, Ray, WB2JJO, WB5DRI. Well, good to have you with us this morning, Ray. I'm hearing you pretty well on the SDRs, and got you down for Delta. So hope you're having a good day out there in New Jersey. Hope the weather is good for you guys out there. Hope it's not too hot with this big heat dome that we have out over the East Coast, along with the Saharan dust. Hope it's not too dusty for you there. We're supposed to get some of that Saharan dust probably starting in a day or so. We'll see what happens here. I think it's off the coast of Texas in the Gulf there. Anyway, good to hear you this morning, Ray. Let's keep it moving here. I see we've lost a few stations that are now have checked out. I don't recognize KF7GJO had been in there, but he's checked out. And also that's Carl in Sparks, Nevada, but I guess he had to go. And also Chris, KS5KY in Bowling Green, Kentucky, also checked out. So anyway, they may be still listening. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's keep it moving here. Next up on our list would be Frank out there in Louisville, Kentucky. N4GYY. Good morning, Frank. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. Okay, Frank, very good. N4GYY, WB5DRI. Well, your signal came up toward the end there. Frank, I was hearing you on the radio, but you came up pretty good at the end there. You were up to a 5, 6, or 7. A good strong signal at the end, but I heard most of that. And we got you down for Delta. And anyway, hope you have a great day there in Louisville, and we'll keep it moving here. We'll break with you. let's go out to Anthem, Arizona, to one of our paradise stations out in Arizona. Mike, King Queen 6 Echo. Good morning, Mike. You're up on the net. WB5DRI.
We're just kind of going to wait and see what happens. Today, just going to kind of do some stuff around the house.
Okay, I think you turned it there, Mike, but good to have you with us this morning. King Queen 6 Echo, WB5DRI. And we got your answer there as Delta Delta, so very good. I think that is the bottom of the list as I have it here. We had quite a few stations that are receive only. I want to recognize KD7LAK, Justin out in Utah is receive only, and K2SJP, Bob down in Lewis, Florida, is having trouble, I believe, with his smart link this morning. And N9KJN, Norm up in Illinois. And K7ARN, Ken, Lucky Ken in Kingman, Arizona. And another California station, WA6LJS, John out in Hamul, who's our treasurer, who is in the process of moving. So good morning to all you gentlemen that are out there listening, and good to have you out there receive only. And John's answer, WA6LJS's answer is Delta Delta off of NetLogger. So let me stand by for any last minute check-ins before I give the answers, the great answers to the questions here this morning. And this is WB5DRI. Like to check in. This is WB5DRI. Please call now.
KM8YOR.
Kilowatt 7 Romeo, can you come back again? Oh, QSL, Kilowatt 7 Bravo Uniform X-Ray. Can you give us your name and location? Okay, Jody in Utah, Central Utah there. Well, go ahead and take your turn there. Jody, what do you have for our net this morning? Good to hear you this morning, Jody, from out there in Central Utah. And you're putting in a pretty good signal with me here this morning in San Antonio. I didn't get a meter reading, but I think you must have been close to the 8 mark, or maybe even higher. But good to have you with us this morning, Jody, from Utah. And did you have you been listening long enough to Take a gander at the answers to the questions there, over. Okay, well, we'll find. Not a problem, but good to have you with us, Jody, and please do come back and join us. We're on here normally on 14290 every day of the year, starting up at 10 o'clock Central Time, the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. So thank you for joining us this morning. And let me stand by for one more time for any stations I might have missed or people who would like to, or stations that would like to check in real quick. This is WB5DRI. Please call now.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 5 TFO Pacific Foxtrot Oscar calling into the net, over.
Was it a Kilo Alpha station? Can you come back with your call sign slowly, please?
This is Kilo Foxtrot 5 Pacific Foxtrot Oscar KF5 TFO Taos, New Mexico.
I'm not sure I have the call sign correct, but I think I heard Kilo Foxtrot 5, Charlie Foxtrot Oscar. Is that close?
Relay.
Pacific Foxtrot Oscar TFO. Over.
Papa Foxtrot Oscar, K1DOB.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Kilo Foxtrot 5, Papa Foxtrot Oscar. Can you give us your name and QTA, sir, over?
Yes, thank you for correcting me there. This is KF5 Papa Foxtrot Oscar. We're in Taos, New Mexico. We're having our field day here on June 28th. Beautiful day here in the mountains. Over.
I'm sorry, old man. You're a little light with me, but I did copy that you're doing field day, but I still didn't get your name there. But it looks like it might be an amateur radio club there in New Mexico, in El Prado, New Mexico, according to QRZ. So, anyway, very good to have you with us this morning, and thanks for checking into the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Do come back and join us again whenever you can. We're on here every day, normally on 14290, starting up at 10 o'clock Central Time. So, we'll go ahead and break with you, and let me give the answers to the questions. Many folks got the answers correct, and I have to compliment... my older brother Dale came up with the correct answers there first. The answers were Delta Delta. It was the Douglas DC-5, and KLM was the airline which operated 5 of these aircraft in the early days of World War II. And I don't think there were very many of these aircraft made. I'm not sure of the exact number, but I don't think it was any more than around a dozen or so. But we'll let me turn it over to N5BE and let him start the 73 round, and he can elaborate a little more on this question and on this aircraft, the Douglas DC-5. N5BE, Lee, go ahead and take your turn on the 73 round. WB5DRI.
Yeah, WB5DRI N5BE. Yeah, I don't like doing obscure questions. This one is pretty obscure. This is an interesting aircraft. I think it was, Douglas's attempt to make a short to medium range airliner with conventional gear. With practical gear, not conventional gear. And, it was going up against their own airplane, the DC-3, the Boeing 249, and others in that class. And it looked like we were going to have a pretty good run until the war happened. And KLM operated them in the Dutch West Indies, so in the Southwest Pacific. And I think one was destroyed by the Japanese, and I think another one may have been captured. There's a lot of murky details about this airplane. And Brian is correct. I don't think there were more than a dozen made. And the couple that were on the line at Long Beach got absorbed by the Army Air Force into a utility role. So, one of the many utility aircraft that the Air Force absorbed that never made it past the war. So that's behind the scenes stuff on the DC-5. Now tomorrow's question, I'll give you a big hint, okay? It's about a major freight carrier. I won't give you the name, but the first letter is F and the last letter is X. And the question's going to be about its retirement plan of older aircraft. This is very recent news, like within the last week. So bone up on that, and you'll do well tomorrow. WB5DRI N5B 73 Brian, nicely done today.
Okay, Lee, N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, thank you for all that, Lee, and good stuff on this aircraft. And sometimes these questions like this are the ones that where we learn the most, really, about aircraft that we're not all that familiar with. So I thought it was a great question, and certainly appreciate your questions, both of them this morning. So, and also for handling the net logger. Thank you so much. 73s for now. We'll break with you, and let's see if we can get Don in there before his son shows up. K0ZNC. If W5OG Dale, if you can bring him in, I'd appreciate it. WB5DRI.
Okay, will do, Brian. K0ZNC, go ahead for the 73 round, Don. I'll bring you in. W5OG.
Real fine, Dale. I've lost Utah too. Don't do it in static there now. But I did hear you on Echo Lake, so at least Echo Lake's working on it. I'm not sure why Utah too drops in and out and in and out. Almost every day it does that. Once in a while it stays there, but not very often. 73s, everybody. Good net. Sorry I was late. Brian, you did a good job. Obviously, you had to change frequencies, so I managed to catch by a little bit of searching on Utah 2 when it was working, where you were. So I was able to get on the net. I appreciate the help from you, Dale, for simulcasting me in there. Tell everybody. With that, have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Hopefully. Back to you, Brian, WB5DRI via W5OG, K0ZNC, 73.
W5OG back to net.
Okay, Don, K0ZNC, WB5DRI. Well, great to hear you this morning, Don, and enjoy your day with your son there, and we'll look for you again on Monday. And you jumped in that Lemming line just in time there, Don, to get the questions correct there. So very good. Have a great day. We'll break with you, and we're back to my older brother, Dale. And we couldn't have done the net this morning without you, Dale. You're up, sir. W5OG, WB5DRI.
Okay, Brian. Now, it sounds like somebody that's setting up their field day has got left their Vox on, and they don't realize that they're transmitting here on 20 meters. I don't believe. I said I don't know if anybody else is hearing that or not, but it's very interesting. Anyway, yeah, good net. Very interesting subject there. Thanks to Lee, and he always comes up with some pretty good questions. I don't know what's going on. I hope it looks like I'm coming into the Utah SDR okay, but the one thing is telling me that the amplifier is working, and the other one doesn't give an indication of much power out. So I got something going on with the station here, but I'll get it worked out and be over on Echo Link for a few minutes right after the net there, Brian. So thank you and good job this morning. WB5DRI, back to net, W5OG.
Okay, Dale. Well, thank you again, and we'll talk to you some more on Echo Lake. We'll break with W5OG, 73 for now. Let's go to back out to Corona, California to Jim, W6WAY. Jim, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
We're going to be going over to the coast there to my granddaughter's 12th birthday. So that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the day. I was glad I got to check into the net. Let's see, 73s, everyone. This is W6WAY.
Okay, Jim, very good. W6WAY, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, Jim. Have a great weekend there, and enjoy getting together with your grandfather, I think you said, on the coast there on Monday. So 73s to you there, Jim, and thanks for joining us. We'll break with you. Let's go to our commander again up in Boise. Thanks for your help this morning, Bob. K1BOB, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K1BOB. You're welcome, Brian. No problems. I didn't do much. But I was hearing about everybody this morning and didn't need SDRs. People have problems changing over if they don't know what the frequency is. But just look on the net logger there and you'll see what frequency we're on. Leon's very good at making sure he has the right frequency. When we maybe do this once a year, or we change it live on the air when we start up. But that doesn't happen very often at all. Anyway, good question, Lee, pat on the back. And, boy, you gave me an idea for another question about old and maybe obscure aircraft that appeared in movies, appeared in movies. And, boy, there's a ton of them. So I think I already have a question in the making. And, Dale, yeah, I may have said this a couple of years ago, but I was talking to a guy and got off, and he had his box on. And so I heard him keep talking to himself, I think, and then he called up DR Engineering, ordered something, and gave the credit card right over the air. So I looked up his phone number and found out who he was, where he was, and said, hey, did you know your box was on when you did that? And he thanked me profusely for letting him know. I never use Fox. I don't trust it. Anyway, that's like when I talk in front of my pet parakeet. Never know what he's going to say to somebody. This is K1BOB. Nice job, Brian. Good job, Leon. Thank you very much. And Charlie, I got in late on your chat session there, but very good. Thanks for getting everything running nicely, Charlie. K1BOB. Back to WB5DRI.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB, WB5DRI. Yeah, I agree with you on that Vox. I never use it. It can be very embarrassing if you if you aren't very, very careful with Vox, for sure. But anyway, thank you again, Bob, and 73 for now. We'll break with you, and let's keep it moving here on the 73 round. Let's go back out to Arizona and see if Ed's still in there with us from Green Valley. Kilo 7, Uniform November Alpha. Ed, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, KK7, Uniform November Alpha. Thank you, Brian. Want to thank you guys are the cornerstone of the Flyers Net. Especially in these challenging conditions with the channel overtops from the other frequencies, and just these fluctuating band conditions. So great job of talking to you from Tennessee back to WB5DRI KK7UNA.
Okay, Ed. Well, good day to you, 73s, and thanks for joining us this morning. We'll break with KK7UNA. Let's go back out to the East Coast to Ray. Also with correct answers there, Ray. Whiskey Bravo 2, Juliet Oscar. You're up for the 73 round, Ray. WB5DRI. Okay, Ray, WB2JJO, WB5DRI. Well, thank you for all that, Ray, and you have a good day out there in New Jersey. We'll give you a 73s and break with you, and let me go back to Charlie. I think I skipped over K4YDB on the 73 round here, Charlie. Thanks for all you do there with the live stream, and you're up for the 73 round, Charlie, WB5DRI.
Anyway, thanks for all your support, guys, and I'll get this thing figured out and working like it's supposed to back again. Hopefully it won't die out on me. I had a lot of, well, I don't want to go in detail on it. Anyway, 73s, everybody have a good day. We will try this again tomorrow. K4YDB, back to you next.
Okay, Charlie. Well, 73s to you, Charlie, and thanks again for all you do there. We'll break with K4YDB. Let's go to Frank again in Louisville. N4GYY. Also with the correct answers there, Frank. You're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Frank. Well, 73s to you, and you're up over the 9 mark with me now, so good signal here in San Antonio. Good to hear you this morning, Frank. 73s. We'll break with N4GYY. Let's go back to Arizona to King Queen 6 Echo, also with the correct answers. Mike, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI. Okay, Mike. Well, your signal came up on my electric radio, so the band has picked up a little bit to Arizona there. Good to hear you this morning. 73s to you, and you guys have a great day there in Arizona there in Anthem. So we'll break with you. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Well, I have one other station that checked in with us this morning. I don't want to forget our California station, our visitor from El Segundo, Whiskey 6 Zulu Papa, W6 Zulu Papa. If you're still in there, You may be doing field day, I'm not sure. But, Keith, if you're still with us, you're up for the 73 round WB5DRI. Thanks for joining us this morning. Okay, I'm not copying Keith. I guess he had to go there, but we'll give him a 73s. But there is an Oscar Whiskey Delta. I didn't get the prefix on it. Can you come back with your call again? WB5DRI.
Kilo Delta 9, Oscar Whiskey Delta. Name is Phil, calling from Central Wisconsin.
Okay, I got you. You came up, Phil, that time, probably up close to a S8 with me, I think. But very good to hear you this morning. Kilo Delta 9, Oscar Whiskey Delta in Wisconsin, Phil. And you've landed on the Air Force's Flyers Club net. What do you have for our net this morning? We're on our 73 round, just about ready to finish up here. WB5DRI. Good morning. Okay, Phil. Well, thanks for joining us on the net, and thank you for your service there. And check out our website. It's www.airforces, plural, flyers, plural, club.org. Has a lot of good information. That's airforcesflyersclub.org. Has a lot of information about our net and our members, and also an application if you would like to join the group. That's not necessary, however, in order to check in. But thanks for joining us this morning, and enjoy the field day there, Phil. I'm going to do the same myself later this afternoon. So 73s to you, sir. That is the bottom of the list. We do have a conference node over on Echo Link that's called Alpha Foxtrot Charlie, and all stations are welcome to join us over there. We have a short 73 round there as well. So I will go ahead and close this out. I think close the net out at this time and relinquish the frequency. And I'm glad we were able to move up here to allow W1AW to do their field day bulletin on 14290 this morning. So thank you for all the participants and all the relays, and thank you to N5BE Lee, who does NetLogger for us, and also to Charlie K4YDB, who has a live stream of our net on YouTube. At this time, this is WB5DRI. God bless our troops, and God bless the USA. And I agree with Phil there. Our Air Force did a fantastic job on their mission to take out the nuclear sites in Iran. And all the folks, all the military involved in that did a great job. We have a lot to be thankful for. We have a great military, no doubt about it. 73s, everybody. WB5DRI now closing the Air Force's Flyers Club net and returning the frequency to field day operations and normal amateur operation. WB5DRI